49ers at Packers.
Okay, I'm going to assume Brock Purdy's going to play, and I'm going to take the Niners +3 in their final big game of the year. Here's why. They're 3-1 this year following a loss. Their offense is still top 5 in the league in yards per game and third down percentage this year. Christian McCaffrey's giving you 100-plus yards. George Kittle comes back. The Packers needed a blocked field goal in the last play to beat the Bears. They were outplayed. They were 2-3 are the Packers against winning teams. And Jordan Love has had at least one interception in 9 games. They're getting a little sloppy. They're getting loose. They're still a young team. They were outplayed by the Bears. And I feel like this is the season for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm taking the field goal. The Niners win 28-24.
All right. Let's talk about this game. This will be one of the games that I'm not going to really share who I think is going to win or lose. I don't really have a strong prediction, quite frankly. And this is one of those games that I'm just really, really excited to watch. And so I don't want to have any sense of baggage of making any predictions, honestly. But I love to do these types of clips and have them go on Saturday, because then on Sunday, this is where like a lot of people go to discuss the game right in the comment section of these games. And I imagine this game is going to be a pretty exciting game. I mean, it should be, especially if Purdy plays, an exciting game. And, two obvious, really intense, passionate fan bases. So this should be a great game. I mean, listen, this game, Colin's like, this is the season at stake for the 49ers. I mean, the reality is that there's a lot at stake for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, technically the Packers are going to be in a slightly stronger situation because of their record and in terms of their ability to get into the playoffs via wild card. But like this game matters big time. And and the Packers need to start playing better football as well. If they want to be like true contenders this season, they have to start playing better as well, and the 49ers obviously need to start playing better football starting now in order to just be able to make it to the playoffs and kind of salvage their season. So I think you're going to get really all hands on deck from both of these teams, quite frankly. And I think it's going to be it's just going to be an awesome matchup. I mean, 49ers, Packers, it's just like two iconic teams. Two teams that have, legitimate history with one another, especially just even going back from last year in the playoffs alone. Like, that's just, I think we're in for a treat. I hope we are, obviously. You never know on Sunday. And I'm excited this game's on 4:00 too. It'll be, it'll be easier to focus and watch this game individually than having to watch multiple games at once. But I'm more curious, honestly, how you guys all feel about this game, because it seems to me a lot of people are really low on the 49ers this season, and right, like they obviously have not been playing as well as people would hope them to, especially obviously 49ers fans. And the Green Bay Packers, they're getting wins, but it doesn't feel like they are playing as good as they did as last year. Again, to be clear, I think both these teams can still play great throughout the rest of the season, but I would say that if you're being honest with yourselves, whether you're a Packers fan or 49ers fan, you want to see your team play better. There's no way that you're feeling comfortable the way how both these teams are playing if they were in the playoffs. If they just got transported to the Super Bowl, that you would be like, yeah, they got a great chance at winning. Like you would feel uncomfortable. You just would. You'd have to be honest about that. Well, again, whether you're a Packers fan or a 49ers fan. So I'm just curious to see, like, where do you see this game going? Like, do you think this game ends up being a great game because it's two great teams that got to go toe-to-toe against each other? Or do you think this game has potential to be like a really weird, sloppy, absurd game, not unlike the Kansas City Chiefs versus the 49ers game, where it was kind of just like, what was that? There was a ton of interceptions. It was weird. Like, that is not the matchup. That is not the way how the game we thought was going to unfold. At least that's not how I thought that game was going to unfold. Like, I'm curious, like, do you think we're just going to see great high-level football, or are we going to see two teams that are like still trying to figure it out and get things going? That's actually honestly what I'm pretty curious. So I want to leave it up more for you all more than anything, just to, what are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win this game? Do you think it's actually going to be a great game, a good competitive game, or do you think it's going to be a little bit more on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of quality of play? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.